you know, I love a state fair. Doesn't everybody love a state fair? And you can get some foods that are so bad for you, can't you? So it's a good thing that we can't just get to a state fair every weekend. But you know those little things that they fry up that has a Oreo cookie in the center? You know we're not supposed to be eating them, but isn't it so good? And I don't even think Georgia has a state fair, do we, Teresa?
Well,
We don't have a state fair,
we
do
used to have the Savannah Fair, but I don't even think we
that's
have that
not a
anymore.
state fair. A state fair is huge.
Yeah.
And I have been to state fairs that are just...
We've been to the Minnesota one a couple times.
We did, you and I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I spoke at one of them.
Yeah, actually, I think you've done the
Did
air
a
fryer,
demo?
some air fryer demos
yeah.
there.
Probably did. Well, I'm gonna make us some little fried Oreos. And you can use, to do these, you can use, I'm using puff pastry, but you can also use those, that dough that you buy in the can. What is it? Crescent roll dough? Yeah. So you can also use that. I've just always been a big fan of puff pastry. So I'm cutting these. I'm using my largest biscuit cutter. And I'm stretching my dough out even a little bit bigger. And I'm taking my double stuffed Oreo cookie. And I'm just bringing the dough up around that cookie, just kind of mashing it down. And I'm gonna leave this side up and almost make it like a little beggar's purse. So there we go. And I'm sealing it with just a little bit of water to make it tacky. So that's what y'all caught me doing. And the fair that we have here in the Southeast Georgia Fair, Eddie, I don't think I've seen fried
it's
Oreos there.
Yeah, no,
Have you?
No, but I definitely remember the Minnesota one. There was fried everything.
Fried everything. I remember years ago when it didn't start out to be that, but by the time I ended up with this show, I was making a cheeseburger, and I did not like that. And my bread wasn't fresh. And of course, I had a guest on the show, and I didn't want to give her a cheeseburger with hard bread. So I had a plate of donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts, sitting up there on the counter. So I touched it. No, it felt so fresh. So I said, we are gonna have our cheeseburger on this donut. Well, I took 2 of those donuts and just dressed them the same way I would have dressed a cheeseburger on a bun. That was the best hamburger I've ever tasted, y'all. In fact, I went back into the bedroom. I asked him if we could cut for a minute. I went back into the bedroom where Michael was sleeping. He had worked all night, bringing in and parking ships. And I said, Michael, you just got to wake up long enough to taste this, because I won't be making any more of these. These are like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And it was so good, y'all. And before I could turn around, I heard that state fairs were doing donut cheeseburgers. So it was good enough for people at the fair to duplicate it. They were just out of this world. So I'm I'm gonna take our Oreo cookies that we have got encased in this puff pastry, and I'm gonna spray them real good, and then I'm gonna put them in the air fryer. I don't know what I did before an air fryer, y'all. I swear to Peter, I don't know. I don't have to think about it. Now let's see, I can't remember. This recipe was in my air fryer cookbook. Let's see. It says air fry for 5 minutes on 350. So that's what we're gonna do. 5 minutes. And we're gonna have deep fried Oreos. Now what could we do to make these, give them a little twist? What do y'all think we could do?
Frosting, dunking frosting.
Dunking in frosting? Great idea, Eddie. Or we could just drizzle it with chocolate. Yes. What kind of chocolate? You think like Nutella or any of them? I would like some nuts in mine. You know, I just love nuts. So, gosh, what else could we do?
You could just put confectioner sugar over them.
Yeah.
Sprinkle.
Yeah. You can mix up confectionate sugar and a little chocolate. You know, your powdered chocolate that you use to make frostings with. Mix that together and dust them with that, the chocolate and the powdered sugar. Yes. So we got 5 minutes to see what we got. So if you're craving a fried Oreo from your state fair and there's no state fair in sight, remember this one. Put this one in your little log, recipe log. When I first started filming a show, I did it at Millbrook up in upstate New York. And there was a state fair going on up there around Poughkeepsie or somewhere. Anyway, we went to it. I don't know who I was with, because I didn't know anybody. But it was, the state fairs are so much fun.
The big ones. Remember when we went to the Minnesota State Fair?
Yes, the Minnesota State Fair is huge. Huge. All right. Let's see. How long has it been now, y'all? Eddie just said it smells like the state fair in here. Now, you know what would have made a prettier and glossier Eddie that I could have done? I could have done it in egg yolks, brushed them in egg yolks, and that would have given it a polished look. Some of them I didn't close up all the way because I wanted to see how it'd look with a little of the chocolate peeking out of it. And that's what it looks like, totally covered. But I like the way they look like little beggar purses. And I look for some cocoa, y'all, to mix with some powdered sugar. But I didn't have any. Must be in storage. That very well could be in storage, sure enough, along with my baking stuff. I think I like it better like that, totally closed. So maybe I should eat one that's not closed all the way, right? You reckon these are real hot? Yes. Yes, they are.
Get a glass of milk.
I do love me a puff pastry. I tell you what. Tell you children what. You know, I can't find anything. I can't wait to. I can't find anything. You see this big thing sitting in my face? I couldn't find it. Oh. I'm gonna put just a little powdered sugar on it, because that puff pastry is not sweet. The Oreo cookie is, but so there we go. Look, here comes Teresa.
You could do like your sand
Can't get
cookies.
her ass out of that chair.
Roll it in powdered sugar like your sand cookies. That you do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. Would you like one of my fried Oreo cookies?
Please.
Well, what are you doing? Eat the whole thing. You know you can eat the whole thing.
I know. I just know it's going to be hot. Are they not that bad?
Yes, it's hot.
I was
Yes,
gonna
it's
say-
hot.
Oh, and I got the double stuff. Now don't. That's important. A note.
Teresa did go get the double stuffed Oreos.
And they have all kind of Oreo flavors now.
I mean,
Peanut butter, mint.
somebody told me that they had an almond one,
I mean, it's crazy.
but I can't find it anywhere. And every store I go in, I look for almond.
You can make these for St. Patrick's Day with the mint one.
Mm-hmm. It'd be great.
Just when you think Oreo can't get any better.
We beg to differ, don't we? So good, y'all. You know what? You could mix up food coloring and brush your pastry, whatever you were using, either the puff pastry, sheets of puff pastry, or either the crescent rolls that come in the can. You could brush them with food coloring and make them any color you wanted.
That's a good children's. I mean, like, that's so easy
So easy for a child.
to do.
And then put the sprinkles on it.
I mean, you could do a lot with it. And not heat up the kitchen.
If there's it's just as cool in here. And this is one way to beat a state fair if you ain't got one. Isn't it? Love y'all. Have a great day. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.